What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back. It's Hebot with another episode of Toys in My Closet. And I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and I'm glad to be able to be back with something pretty new and pretty special. It's none other than the brand new Mondo release of their latest Masters of the Universe 12-inch scale, or let's say 1/12 or 1/6 scale action figure, or collectible, high-end collectible, from their Masters of the Universe line. And this is none other than Hordak. And as you can see, the box is in the continuation of its form and what they always have as far as presentation. Same format as you see there, and you can see that it has beautiful vibrant colors, and it's basically the face of Snake Mountain. And as we turn it around, you see there we have what would be the stair or the ladder, and then on this side, the front end where you go up with the snake coming across, obviously until you get to the top. But as you guys all know, this is just a sleeve, so we're going to slide it off like so, as we always done in the past, and reveal the actual insert inside, which is the actual front of the box. And as you can see there, it looks very, very nice. Oh, zoomed in a little too much. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can take a see, take a little better look. Has a beautiful, vibrant red, kind of blood red, almost like a vampiric type of blood look to it. And you see it says Masters of the Universe. It says nut down in the bottom. It says Hordak, the evil leader, or leader of the evil horde. And then on the side it says, obviously, the 1/6 scale collectible. And then on the other side, as you see as well, we have none other than 1/6 scale. And then in the back we have a beautiful artwork that is done exclusively by one of the artists over there at Mondo, of Hordak, with a nice gloomed, dark kind of moon and night view, or dawn. You see you have none other than the antenna here, evil hordes, leech, and you have the horde, actual the horde flags, right, that they have, that they carry around with the troopers. So then on the top it has same motif with the old style logo of Masters of the Universe there in red, or blood red. And then in the bottom, and in the corner, of course, you have here Mondo, and just the legalese there at the bottom. It's a little heavy to move around because it is a heavy item, and as you all know, it's a magnetic flap that opens up, and when you open it, it reveals the figure inside. And you can see there that Hordak is in his window display, looking absolutely stunning. And then of course, if you turn it around, or not to around, but if you look at the side crest, when you open it like so, you see that it has the crest of Castle Grayskull in the front, like all the other ones, and then Hordak in the front with the little, obviously, bio that says the leader of the evil hordes and former master of the Skeletor. Hordak is one of Eternia's most infamous adversaries. It says, betrayed by his former pupil Skeletor, Hordak was locked away in a different dimension, only to soon escape and plot his revenge on Skeletor and all of Eternia. Returning with the evil horde, Hordak vowed to destroy Skeletor and take down He-Man and Castle Grayskull in the process. So yeah, guys, let's get this out of packaging. Let's take a closer look at what it has inside, and hopefully you'll stay and stick around for the entire review. So sit back, relax, have a digital drink, and I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you have fun the way that I'm going to try to have fun doing it. So I'll see you guys really soon, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and here we have Hordak out of the box. And Christmas has definitely come early for us and whoever has pre-ordered him, and will be receiving him very soon. To my delight, I had no clue he was coming. I did see someone post on one of the Facebook sites that they have received him, but I wasn't too sure. Now, this figure looks absolutely stunning right out of the box. Absolutely stunning. But there are some things that look to be improved, and some things that they have continued to do the same, that kind of not that is bad, but that kind of bother me for the simple fact and point of matter that these figures are premium figures. So because they're premium figures, you expect nothing but top quality, parts and display options. And not to say that they're done without high quality, but the biggest problem that I've had in the past with Mondo's Masters of the Universe line has seemed to continue forward with this figure in Hordak. And really fast, quick disclaimer, this figure is not the Mondo exclusive. The Mondo exclusive, unfortunately, which was, I wanted to get my hands on it, was the one that came with the hand that you can remove, take off, and actually have the rotating parts, and the ability to change his hands from regular to the buzzsaw and things of that nature, like he does, which is one of his powers and attributes. And obviously I couldn't get my hands on it, and sold out too fast. And so because of that, now I'm stuck with just the standard one, which is also very beautiful, and of course, but feels like it's missing that big feature for the fact that it is one of Hordak's most, polarizing abilities, right? So, I just wanted to get that out of the way. This is the standard version. So, let's look at the figure, take a closer look, and then I'll get into what I'm talking about a little later with what's, still kind of bothering me because of the fact that it is a premium quality figure, but still it feels kind of limited, if it is the best way I can say it. So let's take a closer look at Hordak, and as you can see there, here is his face. Looks absolutely stunning, as you can see, with wonderful highlights of gray. And the wash that it has around the ear definition and details. The eyes, blood red with the black eyeliner. His mohawk or pohawk or whatever you want to call it, with the spikes coming out in gray. You see he has those, what you call it, beige color definitions with the gray. Looking almost mechanical, but yet at the same time looking very, demonic. And this is their interpretation of Hordak. It's not particular to any said Hordak in any of the other factions. This is Mondo's interpretation. And then you see the crown, obviously going around in all of his glory. Very, very beautiful, with the gray and the highlights of that black wash and that bat looking logo there, with that blood red diamond and ruby, the Hordak symbol, their interpretation of it, which looks really awesome, with the wings, with the Hordak's face, as you can see there. Moving a little closer, and we can maybe zoom it in and get it to. There it is, a little detailed, or actually not blurry but clearer. There is his belt, as you see, with the highlights of gray. Really nice in the black with the ruby there. You see the details all around where it has the matte finish in his armor, and then it has these spikes coming out with a glossy, like a glossy black. He has the red lines coming across. You turn him around, he has a bat logo in the back part with some stitching and lining also with that glossy black as well. The shoulder ends, that looks like a vest almost, with the bone structure as well, with the washers there. Then he has the pad of his bicep pad, you know, his traditional bicep pad with the hordak logo there, as you see. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. Trying to get it to focus. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. Get it to focus. Oh man, there it is. So it looks very, very nice and detailed with the red. You can see all the definitions, and then his, you know, what you call this, the gauntlet on his forearm with the spikes there, with the claws coming there, as you can see coming out, and then on the other side with the red lines as well. Really nice with the nice details on the wrists. It's almost like a computer. And then you see his hand. It has a glove where it looks like it has, you know, the fine line details there as well. A ruby down in front of the skirt. And then over here you have lines on the side. Spikes coming out there in gray. Kind of gunmetal silver with the gray, with some diamond there, and then you see the back stitching also coming down to the back end of his buttocks with some nice lining there with gloss black. See his thighs with a nice wash in gray, really nicely done. And we go down to his boots, where you see the top part of the boot with the diamond, the bone skeletal ring around it that goes all the way around, with the details there with some stitching. It looks like nuts and bolts kind of. And then you see it has the bird, almost like the wings, coming from the side. All on this end with a little wing there, a little wing there, looking mechanical. Another diamond there on the, you know, shin guard, and then this goes down to his feet, where you can see it looks very nice in detail as well. We have there feet with the 3 foots. They look almost like robotic, and then the silver lining with the black on the pads there, looking really nice with the highlights of gray as well. Hopefully it'll focus. As you can see, really nice. Same thing on the other leg. Then the back, you turn and you see there's 2 other little spikes there, as you can see, protruding out. So very, very nicely done. He looks absolutely phenomenal. He looks just like what we known, you know, hordak to look since the vintage, modernized with that, you know, mondo look and feel, obviously, because again, this is their interpretation. But he looks great, you know. Let's see if we can brighten it up a little bit here. He looks fantastic. And I think you guys won't be disappointed. So what I'll do now is we'll take a quick look at his accessories. So I'm going to take a quick pause and come right back and we'll look at his accessories. Okay guys, I'm back as you can see. And here we have none other than Hordak's accessories, right? So we'll move the camera just a slight smidgen over here. Okay, just a smidgen. Okay guys, bear with me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the picture as best as I can. And as you can see, he doesn't come with much, but it's, you know, good. It's good stuff that he comes with, you know, because the bigger portion of the stuff that he brought was with interchangeable mechanical arms that brought the whirlwind, an extra blaster, I think it was, and it was one more thing. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was 3 pieces that you would exchange, and you would extend the arm and change it, and it would look really great. So let's start off with his hands. He brings the 2 sets of hands you see there, which are basically fisted for fisticuff. Then he brings a set of kind of open palm and ended hands, which looks like when he's casting a spell, or maybe going to grab somebody and choke them out. So he brings these 2, which is really nice, and they look really great, really nicely painted and detailed. Then his 3rd set of hands he brings is what looks to be trigger fingers, and that's because obviously he has his bow arrow, his classic bow arrow. He didn't come with the imp either, for those of you that are maybe curious and know He-Man, right? And then he comes with these kind of closer ones where he can hold the staff. This is for the staff, so you can hold the staff on either side, the left or the right. So there we go. Here we have his 8 hands, which are 4 sets for the left and the right. Then moving right along, he brings his classic crossbow arrow, and it looks absolutely beautiful, as you can see there. Let's get it to focus. Hopefully, there, I think, there it is, I think. Anyway, there it is, the hand, the head. Looks really nice, and it looks like a bat. And you see the teeth inside the detail with the teeth. And it looks like it has like the fangs, and you know, going across, and it does have an actual rope. Details on the top there with grays and silvers, a little highlight of red, silver, and some lines here in the top going black. A nice wash over the gray, these silver bolts on the side, and the handle, of course, with the actual trigger in black, the bottom in black as well, the black sides, and the back that looks like the 2 teeth, and this is the bottom part of it. And then he has that little lever on the side there in silver right there, and then the bolt there. So it looks absolutely stunning. Looks really, really good. Really, really nice. Then of course he brings his cape, which we will put on him, and it should look absolutely phenomenal. It's satin on the inside and matte on the outside. It looks really nice with tethering in the bottom. Then he also brings the Mondo Classic stand. Wish it had anything that identifies the Horde, you know, Snake, Skeletor, and obviously He-Man, and then the bottom, you know, with the symbol, the Mondo symbol. Still, I'm glad they added, you know, because it is very useful because of the weight that they have. And then we have the staff, as you can see. Looks absolutely gorgeous with all of the, you know, details, the red, the black wash within. It's got hordak's face. The ruby there in the middle, as you see there, right there, with all the engraving and letterings, with the red and then the red around it. Then a second one here with some other stuff on it. I don't know if it's writing or not, but you see it looks there, and then red with the spikes coming across there, and you see, and the spikes coming across there, as you see. Gotta put something to cover the back so it starts focusing. Then you see going down the staff, it has all the nice scaling in the handle, a nice wash in gunmetal silver, and then going all the way down, as you see there, and all those fine details, as you see right there, that look to be like damage and dents and nicks and crannies from the stone through the years. And then this is the bottom part of looking, like a rounded piece. Almost looks like a chest piece at the bottom. So there is a staff, and that's pretty much everything it comes with. So now we'll take a quick look at his articulation. So as far as his articulation with his head, it does go left and right. It goes not much down. It kind of tilts little by little. Yeah, it has tiltage, and then goes up back just a smidgen, like so. It doesn't go down at all. Now this whole piece was usually separate in all the other versions of his, of his figures, but in this case, that's what I was talking about that I don't like. It's all one piece. Now the problem is, and it's connecting to his vest area. The problem is this part here, if you can hear it, is really, really hard. Even though it's an overlay that's on top of the actual buck in the bottom that does have movement, you can't really do anything as far as a crunch to the front. It does nothing, absolutely nothing. And it does have, although it does have a waist swivel, it's very, very limited. And for being a $200 figure, because he did go up in price because this has more deco and detail, obviously, that really is disappointing. It really is. So then his arms and his shoulders go up, right? With the shoulders here, they're tight. The joints are a lot tighter in this one, I gotta say, so far. It goes up about that much. Let's see if I can get it up a little bit more. Yeah, I can get it up a little bit more. I gotta bring it close because it's tight. So it goes up about that much. Then he has the bicep swivel, like so. The bicep swivel there. Then he has the joint, which looks to be like a double, but it's really a single. But it gives you a nice amount of range. When you look at it, it's about about that much. Then he has obviously the swivel in the wrist, and in this case is a ball joint that goes up and down like so. It goes up, very minimal though. If you turn the ball hinge, you can probably get it to do a little bit more the other way too. So it goes up like that, up and down like that. Then another thing is the skirt. I want them to use pieces that are a lot softer so that you can pose them more dynamically, because they have great plastic quality and it's there. The articulation is there. You just can't utilize it because of these plastic overlays that they're too hard. So as far as the leg splitting, that's as much as you can do it, because this is too hard. If you try to split them any more than that, it's going to feel like it's going to pop off the leg and break. And he has a great amount of range in the thigh swivel. And of course he has a double on the knee. Then he has, movement that moves with the knee. That kind of works like a boot swivel. Then in the bottom part of the foot, it goes up this much, goes down, back about that much, which is not too bad. It goes up about this much, but this hinders it, this part here. And then it does have rocker, which is really nice. So that is the extent of, you can kick forward maybe a little bit, about that much, that's it. Because again, this skirt piece here that he has is too hard. And because it's too hard, just like his vest piece on his chest, you can't really do a lot of dynamic poses. But again, this is a figure that you guys may or may not agree with me, which is fine. That you're paying a premium price of, almost $230 when it's all said and done, $135 with the actual shipping. And if the figure has the articulation, you should have the freedom to be able, right? In this case, let's zoom in on him a little bit. You should be able, in this case, to pose them more dynamically. And that was my problem with Man-at-Arms and with Merman. They look absolutely gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. They look absolutely gorgeous, but you cannot really pose them dynamically, even though the articulation is there. So it drives me crazy, because as a collector that knows that the articulation is there, and a hobby enthusiast, you want to do great photos and poses on your shelves, and you really can't. You can't. And that's my gripe, because paying a premium price, we should have premium flexibility, I guess is what I can say. So now let's put on the accessories on him, see what he looks like with the accessories, and do a few comparisons, and then give my final thoughts on the figure. Okay guys, and here we have it. Here we have Hordak with all of his accessories. And as you can see, wow. Absolutely stunning. He looks at, Mondo really does a beautiful job with these Masters of the Universe. And I know a lot of guys are very keen on the blue and gray Hordak, because it's more like the cartoons of Filmation. But for me, it's not, it's not Hordak. Hordak is from the classic one that we know, and we've seen for so many years. Because I started He-Man and my fond and fandom for Masters of the Universe with the actual, vintage toy. So for me, Hordak has always been, the gray and red motif. And you can see he just looks so good, man. He looks so nice. The crossbow might look a little bit small, but I don't really think so. And I've noticed also, really quick, one of the things that Mondo seems to have done in comparison to their other releases is that they've made the actual the actual weapons that they bring, right, and accessories that they hold, less weighty. And I think it's because they're using maybe a more hollow or softer plastic for the weapons, because in a lot of the cases so far, the weapons are so heavy and they have so much weight to them that they keep limping down on the wrist, area here of the arms, and the wrist, and they would always flap down. Like his arm just flapped down, but it came from up here, from the joint up here. I think it's a little bit, soft or loose, but I can, maybe tighten it up with some nail polish if I need to. But again, the cloth cape, the bow, the staff. Like I said, the only thing I needed was for him to change the changing arm. But the reality of it is that when we got that in the vintage toy, that was with the vac metal version of him that had like the gold vac metal, and he had the interchangeable arms. It wasn't that way, with the vintage toy. The vintage toy was always, the staff, classic staff, the bow, and obviously his cape. And he just looks absolutely beautiful. He is definitely worth every cent. And you can feel that he feels very premium. Like I said, being one of my gripes is, like I just said so far, is that the actual, material they use for the skirt and the chest piece overlay, that it's just too hard. And I really want to execute that amperage that it has, and to do better splits and move his legs more dynamically to get him in a cooler, pose instead of just a static stance. So let me do just a couple of comparisons because I don't have my vintage one out. I don't have a lot of other stuff. But what I can do really fast, because I believe I have it right here at my disposal. I'll bring in one comparison really fast, and that is the Origins, the new Masters of the Universe Origins hordak. And as you can see, here he is in his side by side with his white. See there how he looks in scales and size, and then you see that his face is has that what you call it, kind of like that baby breath, kind of like an ivory white instead of bright white or bone skull white. And the only thing that's missing is this thing here that he does not have. And I think the staff he got was with 2000X actually, but he always brought this side piece that's supposed to represent him, which is this little side bat companion, but he didn't bring them in this case. But you see, it's the same as style as the old vintage, even though that is the Origins one, based on the vintage with some tweaks, obviously, and in the looks of it, and obviously the articulation. But that's what I have now. I'm gonna just come in and bring some other comparisons to scale with him with other mondos and in that scale. So I'll be right back. So here we go, just for fun. Here we have him next to She-Ra from the Mattel Creations. That was done about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6. And he looks really good because there's no She-Ra in Mondo, but I believe they're making one. But still, She-Ra is absolutely gorgeous. And she was, she still holds up very well. It looks very great, and seeing her side by side next to Hordak, it just looks absolutely fantastic. So it just looks great. It just looks great. So now we'll have She-Ra here next to Hordak. Move him a little back, right, like so, and move her over a little bit this way, right. What we'll do is we'll bring in one more comparison that I think is appropriate, obviously, because it's none other than She-Ra's brother, the most powerful man in the universe. So we'll bring in the Mondo He-Man and put him right next there to them, as you can see. Let me just fix something really fast. You can see see here. Oop, there we go. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's brighten this up a little bit. There we go. Pow! He-Man, his sister She-Ra, and Hordak side by side. And as you can see, it looks really, really nice. This is a nice, a nice trio shot. Can't be denied. Looks fantastic. So, let's see if I bring in one more comparison just for fun. Okay, guys, and to just kind of fill in your curiosity, here he is next to a Masters of the Universe Classics Fisto, just so you can see how he scales. This is a 2000X He-Man. I think is Snake Survival Jungle Armor He-Man. I forgot what it was called, but he's the only one I have out from the 2000X collection that I have. And then the brand new, newer release, Masters of the Universe Revelations. There is Skelegod, which he actually is a little bit bigger than the actual other figures, but they are in the scale of like an 8 or 9 inch. So you see that Hordak is pretty significantly tall. He's in the 12-inch scale. And with his crown, he probably is a little bit bigger. So just for fun, just so you guys can have an idea, if you're curious while watching my review, that's what he scales with the other He-Man lines that were available alongside the one I showed earlier with the Origins, which I don't have vintage. And I do have like Super 7 and little ones here, like I have like, I have here, the minis. So you can put a mini here and push them back and you can kind of see how small he is, right? And even the Mega Construction. So, just for fun, I just wanted to show you guys that. So now let me go to the, my final thoughts on the figure and what I think of it and the review. So here we are, guys. Here is Hordak on the spinning table. And what can I say that I haven't said already? He's just an absolutely stunning figure. He's incredible. He looks incredible. The quality is there. And again, like I said, it's a premium product, but obviously with a few mishaps, not really in the department of how it feels, right? As far as the quality of the figure itself. But knowing that, he has, actual articulation, and because of the PVC that they're using on the chest harness, right? And on the actual skirt piece, it being so hard, you can't really, pose them the way that you probably would like to, more dynamically. But again, he is a premium piece that goes alongside the other premium pieces, so you probably won't care about posing them too dynamically. But for those that will like to, it's nice to have the option, especially after you paid a nice hefty price tag, right? So guys, that is my final thought on the brand new or newly released Masters of the Universe Hordak from Mondo, from their Masters of the Universe take and line. I think he's great. He definitely is a must-own. He definitely belongs on your shelf and on your collection, especially if you're a He-Man enthusiast and if you like what Mondo does. And he'll fit in lovely with other stuff like Hot Toys and things of that nature. So I can't wait to see what else they come out with as far as this one, the continuation of this line, because I know they showed some Revelation stuff that looked great, some Origin vintage style stuff that looks good, that is coming out, and supposedly Attila, Beastman. The line is going to extend. Now the good thing about this is, since it's a premium line, they don't bring it out all the time, so you have a big window to worry about how you're going to pick up the next one, basically, because they are pretty pricey. but so it's nice to know that they don't come out right away. So, guys, this is your boy Hebot signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet, and I hope you enjoyed yourself the way that I enjoyed showcasing it. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Share it with someone you think might like it. And as always, for all you that continue to come here to show me support and love, thank you, because without you, my channel is not sustained and would be nothing. And for those of you new to my channel, I do things like this all the time, just like I do things based off video games, movies, all things pop culture, more or less. So I hope you had fun, and if you subscribe, it means the world to me, because I know you don't have to, but remember, since you did, I consider you now part of my familia. And you guys can find me on social media, on Instagram under C_respect, and on Twitter under Most Powerful Historian, where I also am there doing different things, talking about games and figures from time to time. If you guys ever want to hit me up on a DM just to talk, or if you want to donate anything you want me to showcase on the channel, it would be an honor. It would be my privilege. Just hit me up in those DMs and we'll work out the particulars. And if you ever want to help my channel out because you like what I do, you like what I'm doing, and you want to continue to see me doing great content with better quality, whether it's the actual pieces that I review, games that I review, these things are very expensive, and they're funded basically by myself, because I don't have a Patreon or a big subscriber count, or super chats or sponsors. What I do have is a Patreon page that I opened up many years ago, or a couple of years ago, and really I don't get no activity, but it is there, and a PayPal account. So if you guys ever would like to donate anything, even if it's $1, it goes a long way. It helps out, and it's if you want to, obviously, from the kindness of your heart. Not that you have to. It's only if you choose to, because you like what I do, and you like what I'm doing, just to make better content in the future for you guys, as always. So, guys, I'll see you in the next one very soon. I'm glad to be back, and I hope you like what I did with what I brought out. Like I said, Christmas came on early for all of us here at the Hebot home, at Toys in My Closet, and for you Masters of the Universe Mondo enthusiasts. See you guys. Bye-bye.